One click. That's how fast I became addicted. Sucked into your whirlpool of disgust faster than my eye ducts could form a picture, but now I can't seem to picture myself without you. I got chained down by the glory of your lust, mesmerized and intrigued by the false perfection and high. But the funny thing about chains is sometimes it's you holding on to them, and I've been holding on to you for dear life for far too long. It feels like I'm stuck, but I know better. I'm merely a lioness tied down to a lawn chair. You're dead weight. But a dead weight I enjoy oh so much. This love-hate relationship is starting to have its toll, putting a burden on my emotions. See, I want you, but I don't. You always manage to look so good and make me feel even better, luring me in with your sweet talk and promises, only to leave me in the dust the moment our booty call is over, and you've managed to suck everything good out of me, leaving me only with your poison. You are so deadly, killing me softly with your images, but somehow it's a death I keep crawling right back to. You would think I enjoy dying, as if I would get a high of hosting my own funerals, writing on my tombstone, rest in peace to that girl who could never stop watching pornos. I want so badly to put the blame on someone else, but I have no one else to blame but myself. The devil merely throws me an assistant like the great team player I am. I never failed a slam dunk at it. After over a decade of being with you, I'm practically a professional, but instead of scoring points, I end up scoring more hatred for myself. It's almost comical. I don't understand how I can keep regurgitating vomit, running back to slurp it up over and over, officially making me the puppet and you the puppet master, stringing me along with the lie that you bring satisfaction, only to tie a noose around my neck every time I want a refund for my transaction. All I was ever looking for was an escape from the pain. I never agreed to give away my life for 2 minutes of pleasure, but now all my body seems to think it needs is the pleasure. My mind is consumed with the pleasure. I can't seem to breathe without the pleasure. This pleasure has become my oxygen. Except every time I breathe you in, I suffocate more and more from the flames coming straight from the pit of hell, descending deeper and deeper the more I inhale your intoxicating fumes. And now I'm stuck in a ball of confusion, because if I keep breathing, I die. But if I stop breathing, I die. And now I wish I didn't keep pushing Christ away just for a moment with you. Christ, the man I supposedly gave my life to but keep cheating on again and again. I thought by now we'd be in divorce court signing the papers, but somehow we're still together. And every time I look over, I see him right there with a smile shining on me brighter than the sun, with arms stretched out wide, prepared to catch me every time I fall. It's almost like he already knew this was going to happen. I can't comprehend how he's still so madly in love with me, the girl who sells him out every time you come knocking on my door. I have chosen to be a slave more times than I can count, but the more I choose you, the more infatuated with me he becomes. It's borderline psychotic, but then I look back and I remember his blood. They say blood is thicker than water, but this type of blood doesn't even come close. This is the blood that washes my sins away and makes me white as snow instead of pen. This blood is what was used to sign our marriage license, making it indestructible. This is the blood that's the starter and the finisher of wars, and because I'm covered by it, this blood has declared war. This whole time you thought you had the upper hand, but turns out I was never really yours. Why do you think you can never keep me in your grasp for long? Just because you've won a few battles doesn't mean you've won. Don't ever underestimate the power of a man who's jealous and has nothing to lose, let alone a God. A God who's gentle and filled with grace, but can become your worst nightmare if you mess with what's his. And what's his is me, and he's got nothing to lose because he's already won. And because you've been messing with me, just know that he's out for blood. And he won't stop until your head is on a platter that I'll be more than happy to serve to everyone else as an example of what happens when people like you mess with a child of God. Rest in peace, pornography. This whole time I thought I was dying, enchained by lust, when really it was you walking right into your death sentence.